Hi everyone, how's everybody doing? It's Nelda. Welcome to my channel. Especially I want to give a special welcome to the 80 plus more subscribers that I have now that I didn't have before. So thank you for joining my channel. Thank you for taking an interest in what I have to say about natural hair. I hope that that you'll benefit from my channel. Not only that, but that I can benefit from you guys as well. That you give me some suggestions and ideas, and I can give you some suggestions and ideas because I'm still learning and I'm still trying to get the gist of this. So anyway, right now my hair is braided as you guys can see. I braided it up about 3 or 4 days ago. I always go back to my braids, especially when I'm really tired of my hair. I had it in a braid out last, which I usually do. I usually have it in a braid out. I could have done bantu knots. I could have twisted it up or something like that, but I wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling it. And I usually do my hair according to my mood. So I said, let me braid it up for a month. The weather by the end of May, the weather will be just insanely gorgeous, and then I can enjoy my hair more. So I said, let me just braid it up because the weather's so up and down. But anyway, what else can I tell you? My hair is 4A, 4B. Just so that you know, it's 4A all around here and 4A right on top here. I'm not crazy about hair typing. I think though that it is good when it comes to taking care of your hair and learning how to take care of the texture of your hair. And also, it's not the end all and be all of hair. I think our hair is a bit more complex than that, just to put it in a rigid category. So anyway, Twisted Metal, one of our fellow YouTubers, she sent me a message regarding my braids and how I take them down and how I shampoo and so forth. So really quick, when I take down my braids, which is going to be about 3 weeks from now, I grab about 3 or 4 braids, right? Depending on the thickness of it, because it varies in thickness each time I do my braids. So I grab about 3 or 4 braids. Saturate it with water, lukewarm or cold. Definitely not hot water because hot water dries out your hair and opens up your cuticles like that. So you don't want to use hot water. You want to use warm or cold water. And then what I do is saturate it with a whole lot of conditioner. Now, the conditioners I use Trader Joe's for the most part. Trader Joe's or Elucids. Trader Joe's is the bomb. It's my favorite conditioner. I've been using it for about 4 years steady, and it's cheap. It's like only $3 and it's organic. So if you don't have any Trader Joe's Nourish Spa conditioner, get your hands on that, please. A newbie that I've been using is Illucence, and Illucence the bomb as well. It's a bit more expensive, but I think that it's phenomenal. I mean, I've been natural for 6 years, and I've used like loads of different kinds of conditioners, and those two by far for me are the greatest. And so that's what I use. I use my Trader Joe's usually to take down my braids because it's a cheaper conditioner, and I don't want to use like my good stuff like to take down braids. So I take a fine tooth comb, not too fine though, because they have really really fine tooth combs, but something with the teeth like is kind of a bit more spaced out. And then I start from the bottom and I comb up until it's completely, tangled or taken down. If I get any knots or snarls along the way, I stop what I'm doing. I put the comb down and I just look at my hair to see where the knot is, slowly pull that apart and then continue. The cool thing about taking down your braids like that is by the time you're done, your hair is pretty much detangled, and I usually, once I take down a section of braids, I section it off like that so that, it doesn't become friends with the other hairs on my head and just stick together. So, make sure it's always sectioned and you don't have to do any hardcore detangling once it's all taken down. What else can I tell you? Do I lose a lot of hair? I do lose a lot of hair, but I wouldn't necessarily call it lose. I shed. My hair is been in protective style for about a month. So by that time, I've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shed hairs. And so it's usually maybe about this much hair, something like that. It's not too crazy. Minimal breakage, maybe about 5% breakage. The breakage usually comes from the knots that sometimes form at the ends of the strands of my head here, called one strand knots, which are just my arch enemies. So yeah. So that usually breaks off, but that's about it. If you are getting a lot of hairs coming out when you're detangling your hair, um, that's a problem if it's not shed hair. And so because you told me you're not retaining length. So if you're not retaining length, it's probably due to breakage. Three things you want to look at. You want to look at what kind of tools you're using. Are you using tools that are really stressful to your hair? Like for me, I don't use Denman. The Denman sucks for me. It pulls my hair out. It pulls out my shed hair, and also it pulls out good healthy hair. So I stay away from the Denman. Even if I pull rolls out, it still wreaks havoc on my hair. So I don't use that. Also, what I do use, I use the Conair Professional brush. If anyone wants to, that works wonders for me. Secondly, you want to look at what kind of conditioners you're using to detangle your hair. Make sure you are using conditioner to detangle your hair. Make sure your hair is wet and saturated with loads of conditioner. Make sure the conditioner you're using has a lot of slip to it, and you're using a lot of it. That's second. Third, and this is a very crucial thing, look at the ends of your hair. When's the last time you had a trim? Trims, if your hair has not been trimmed, it's like a bad girl. Like it just doesn't behave. It took me. I remember when my hair was hadn't been detangled in a year. It's really bad. It used to take me an hour to detangle my hair. It was insane. Not only that, my styles, my braid outs would only last like a day or so. Because my ends would get so dry. It was ridiculous. And so once I did, work up the courage to trim my hair, oh my gosh, it took me like 10 minutes flat to detangle my hair. So please make sure that you trim your hair regularly. So look at those three things and get back to me and see, let me know if maybe, those things could be maybe the culprit of why you're not retaining length. Um what else? How do I shampoo my hair? When I shampoo my hair once or twice a month at the most. My hair does not like shampoo. I don't think any naturals hit. Well, some naturals shampoo their hair every week. I don't understand that. I could never do that. My hair would be dry like a coconut or like a Brillo pad. So I do not shampoo my hair. Vegetable based shampoos and sulfate based shampoos strip my hair and really dry it out. So when I do use shampoo, I have like the shampoo conditioner concoction that I whip up. It's usually 1 part um, shampoo, 2 parts conditioner, and I concentrate on my scalp. I do not focus on my ends because I usually don't have a lot of product buildup, and so I concentrate on my scalp. When I wash the shampoo out, I feel like the suds just naturally get to the ends and cleanse the ends. So that's how I shampoo. I make sure that my hair is always in sections. My hair is always sectioned off anytime any kind of water hits it, or if I'm styling it, it's always sectioned off. I have medium strands, fine strands, thick strands. So that just makes for a lot of knots. So I make sure I try to keep those at a minimum. And so anyway, I hope that helps you. I'm gonna go and study because I need to study. It's late now, and I gotta run to the library. I hope you ladies have a wonderful weekend. If you're in New York, we're gonna have the bomb weather. I'm so excited. I have a little dress on. So enjoy your weekend, and I will get back to you guys soon. Listen, if you have any suggestions, any comments, any questions, please let me know. Send me a message via YouTube or whatever, and I'll be glad to answer them. I love to answer questions. I could talk about natural hair all day and all night. It's no problem for me. It's one of my hobbies. So please do that. Give me some suggestions on hair videos, styling videos, whatever it may be. I also post some stuff on, I guess, how I style my braids. I mean, this is pretty simple, but since it's gaining some kind of length, I'm gonna try to experiment with some other stuff. So that's the end of my rant. Take care, guys.